Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still free of mystery sores on my hands. For the second time, Fox has stopped Lumpy MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell from advertising on their network, and Lindell's been making the rounds doing hotel room interviews interrupted by maids while trying to wrap his dyed mustache and hair around why this keeps happening to him. The thing is, all of the camera time Mike has spent breaking down the latest cancellation by Fox are interviews on his own network by hosts he employed after getting fired from other networks, including Fox. I'll be getting into the week of chaotic hilarity from the pillow manufacturer Gone Mad's latest troubles, Marjorie Taylor Greene's claims of illegals, Trump's hands more worn out than Boebert's, and more, but first, this.
Are we on air?
Oh, we're on air.
Oh, sweet. So I just went around and talked to everybody. I did this at UNH as well. Actually, you guys were reporting on it. I get everybody in sync as much as possible to do a USA chant soon as God Bless USA is done.
And why do you love the USA?
Because we're allowed to feel into whoever we want to feel into emotionally, gives us freedom in ways other countries cannot.
All right. Thanks, man. We'll look forward to that chant.
I love that he felt like he had to open his jean jacket like some sort of Superman reveal there. I guess he thought he was wearing a flag or something patriotic, but his mom only dressed him in the black V-neck and fleece before stuffing him in the minivan. He basically said America is his emotional support country and he can feel into whatever he wants. Yeah, Trump gave these people a license to be obnoxious gropers. If this drunk, wonky-eyed fella comes up to you, go the other way. It is pouring MAGA tears. Thanks for making my comedy show part of your day. Laugh along with the best commenters on YouTube while I blast the latest and stupid and more. Did he just finish a hamburger? Is that ketchup? Or was he golfing without a glove? Was he petting Steve Bannon? Did that rub off? Is it syphilis? Was he petting Steve Bannon? His team are claiming it's a paper cut. Best excuse since George Bush got a black eye from joking on a pretzel. How do you get a paper cut from watching Fox News on television? If it was a paper cut, the only possibility is he was in a rush cracking open the new box of Depends. Got a little slice. My other hot take is he put those blots there to cheat on a Rorschach test. Hold on. I know this one.
I could only guess what the only change with Fox was Lou Dobbs came over here. Lindell TV was hired by us here and to be part of the great lineup we have. And remember, Lou Dobbs was let go at Fox News, Brandon, back in the day, right?
Right.
Because he talked about election platforms. You know, he talked about our election.
First off, nice curtains. The only people that film in hotels these days are OnlyFans creators and Mike Lindell. Now, if Lou was fired for pushing election denial and Mike's overall brand is now synonymous with election denial, then it makes sense on that alone as they are still battling the Smartmatic suit. It's possible that they are distancing themselves from Mike Pillow, but it can also be as simple as, you hired our old guy, you're in bed with our ex, and we don't like that, bye-bye. But even as I'm saying this, I am still stuck on Brannon's outfit. Like, wow, check out Brandon looking like a cross between a dollar store candy cane and a barbershop sign. If he gets a Trump caucus captain hat, he could be in the Globe Bowling 10-pin league with this lady. Well, I think Roger Stone has gone to Brandon's head. Stone released a best-dressed list, which is weird that this sunbed-addicted, glued, gray-haired Batman villain reject dresser thinks he's the authority on fashion, but apparently he does this list yearly and thought Brandon deserved a spot on it. Yes, Swank, Stone on Style. Swank is also the name of a magazine from my teen years in the 90s. Came in handy. Roger's list is bizarre, with everyone from Tom Brady, Idris Elba, but beneath the Princess of Wales is the Prince of Lindell TV. Yes, there's Brandon House. Again, such an unfortunate name. First and last just seem like they're spelled wrong. I don't know if he's going for the Memphis Mafia or Ronald McDonald look with this one, but I hope getting on Roger Stone's list leads to more fashion choices from dollar store Max Headroom.
We were number two in all Fox ads in 2023, and you bench my pillow. They won't take our money.
In a tight economy.
Does Brandon have some hip-hop moves to go with his jacket now? If the economy is so tight, then how are you buying these cool threads, Brandon? And if Lindell's advertising was working as he claims, then that means the economy is doing fine. Fox can afford to dump Mike, but Mike can't afford to lose Fox. He knows his advertising on that channel works, and so does Fox.
Tell everyone you know to come to Lindell TV. Tell everyone you know to get to Lindell TV.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I took down service.
No, thank you. This is live, everybody. This is live. Here I am in a hotel, and they go knocking on the door for, I didn't even know they had night room service.
I know, I never heard of that before. That's a little suspicious.
Yeah, that's a little suspicious. I think they're interrupting my show here. Brandon, I'll tell you what. When you say one in a million, we had something happen the other day, and I'm going, and I go, well, couldn't this be like a 1 in a million? They go, no, it couldn't be a 1 in a million. This is impossible. Well, then I hit it. I told the guy, I hit 1 in a millions all the time, good and bad. You know?
It is peak Mike Lindell to have your broadcast interrupted by housekeeping and then claim that these 1 in a million things just happened to you. Just so you know, Mike, there's the little thing you can hang on your door that says, do not disturb. And they're free. Imagine that. What a concept. I stay in a lot of hotels, and many of the modern ones now have a button, and it illuminates the do not disturb sign. You don't even have to hang anything. And we know that Mar-a-Lago member Mike Lindell must stay in some decent places. So you'd think he'd have it figured out by now. But we are dealing with the ABD guy.
So I am proud to endorse Donald Trump for president of the United States. I look forward to supporting him enthusiastically because I think it's time for the Republican Party to unite, for us to come together. We've got to beat Joe Biden. We've got to beat this disastrous cultural Marxist agenda in the White House. We've got to retake the United States Senate.
Yeah, Ted wasted no time backing the guy whose only source of exercise is throwing Ted Cruz under the bus. You would think that Trump calling his wife a dog would have left a bit of a bad taste in Ted's mouth, but maybe he's so soft on it because Ted agrees. After all those covert airport hotel sleepovers with Randy Lauren Boebert, it's pretty tough to return home and face Heidi for another date night at PetSmart.
There's nothing better. What I did with towels, I'll just explain that, everybody. With towels, each product that I take a look at, or that we either develop or invent or enhance or make it better. The towels were quite a story. The towels go back to 2006. When I was growing up, towels actually dried you. They didn't feel all soft and slimy, and in the stores you get them home, they don't wipe off the water. And I go, what happened?
Soft and slimy towels are what the housekeeping finds in Lindell's room because he still hasn't figured out the do not disturb sign.
I think the media is going to try to downplay it because, as you correctly said, they're basically supporting Ron. They're basically supporting Nikki Haley. So they're going to down.
Well, I thought the maid trying to get into Mike Lindell's room was awkward, but Bruce in the Roadhouse tank top strolling in is just wow. I can't figure out if he was trying to troll him here or what. I mean, I'm assuming that's a fella. Dick's wife looks a lot different. Tough to say.
Look at last night, Brandon, with the caucus. Historical news.
Absolutely blew the doors off to the point Vivek, he actually dropped out, endorsed President Trump. Of course, I think the establishment candidates of the Rhino Uniparty, Haley and DeSantis, are going to keep going. But it's over.
Well,
it's over.
I read about them this morning. They're both trying to say that they claim a little bit of victory. They got just demolished in Iowa. It's disgusting.
As predicted, Mike Lindell has nothing to say about the ramshackle lunch sack voting that occurred in Iowa. They used brown paper bags and popcorn buckets with people chucking names in them with no organization or security. Just a few people in Trump caucus captain hats and other lunatics with wasted opposable thumbs. You see, when something goes Mike's way, he's silent on the subject. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out with a My Paper bag for voting that could double as a mask for MTG and Guilfoyle. Some people in the comments said they were surprised they didn't use a KFC bucket or a McDonald's bag, and that cracked me up, but not as much as the person who asked if they voted with ketchup packets. I have the best subscribers.
But I think, Emerald, they fear losing all their
they certainly couldn't stand for that.
I think they fear all that we're a big competition to them now. I think they feel that we're a big competition to them.
I think Fox is aware that there is growing competition with Newsmax and OAN, and Lindell would probably not be big enough to make that list, but he would be the easiest fly to swat if they wanted to. Everything about his operation is unprofessional. She's trying to interrupt him the entire time, not something you often see, and technical failures are the norm here.
Spends an average since 2011, an average of over $1 million, around $1 million a week.
Wow.
For those unaware, Lindell is being interviewed by Emerald Robinson, another person on his payroll. D-movie actress turned Newsmax host and White House correspondent who was fired by Newsmax only for Lindell to give her a show on his network where she exposes the deep state. So we have Emerald from Newsmax, Lou Dobbs, and Diamond and Silk, now just Silk, from Fox. Wait, this is the dream team I want to see. Dobbs and Silk. Make it happen, Mike.
It's just very, very disturbing, Emerald, that Fox News lets whatever their hidden agenda is, and you can't buy the American, business cannot buy ads and pay money for ads.
It's disturbing that you're on your own network and they couldn't even come up with a more accurate graphic of you while you're on screen.
Is that really a business? But it's not a business. Just exactly what is it? Referring to the motivation here. I mean, it's inexplicable right now. But I do know one thing. There will be a limit to how many of its biggest customers they can cancel. Otherwise, it won't be much of a business, I would think.
It is funny to see him face to face with the guy that most likely led to this problem. If Pepsi disappeared from the shelf, there'd just be more Coke or other soda brands filling that space. There's always a next in line. Also, what is with the new labeling on Pepsi? My son doesn't even drink soda, and he noticed the bottles and said, "That looks wrong." I don't get it when brands update logos that are totally fine. Bailey's didn't need to update their branding, but they did. They didn't even have a competition. Find me a Wendy's with the classic sign and the sunroom. Just count me in.
Bothers me is my pillow is owned by employee-owned company that is employee-owned, penalizing an employee-owned company for what? My pillow, employee-owned. I'm just the biggest
moron. This guy's go-to defense is the employee-owned thing. Employee-owned doesn't give you a free pass. He uses that like a human shield, like Casey uses her body in front of Ron. I make weapons for ISIS and Hamas, but it's an employee-owned company, so it's okay. Stop attacking me. We're employee-owned. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. I was flying solo for most of this week while MTG was flying around the country and spotting illegals in every airport. Illegal, illegal, illegal. I got her one of those tally counter things from my buddy. He is a bouncer at a very rowdy bar. I cannot confirm or deny the tactics she used to spot all these people, but I say she has a good eye for the not white guy. It's not like she was going around asking questions all Star Wars Stormtrooper like, let me see your identification. She was just using her beady eyes and Georgia Gremlin brain. She hit that button more than the scrunch-faced wheelchair fella on Breaking Bad. When she returned, her thumb looked like a chicken nugget dipped in a sweet and sour sauce. Seriously, the blonde meat swamp accidentally got it stuck on MSNBC. I might need the chunder bucket, okay? The facts and knowledge were hitting us so fast, I felt like a vampire with the blinds open, and like not the hot, sparkly type that totally does it for me. I mean like the gross ones, I did a pudgy dive roll and pulled the plug on the TV, and we just sort of got in a cuddle puddle, trying to shiver off the deep state globalist vibes that had just penetrated our leather hide. But if I see a morsel of her saggy pink naked mole rat skin that looks like a seaside caveman wrapped Mitch McConnell's pouch around a scoop of washed up prawns and called it a day. Those things are so lumpy, bumpy, stumpy, and blotchy they make Trump's palms look like a Nivea commercial. Bleh. I know she likes to claim, I'm not the pipe bomber, but I've had the displeasure of accidentally seeing her hammered Spam can feet, and either God just gave up or she was trying to do some Hurt Locker DIY and ended up with those misshaped Freddy Krueger candy corn toes. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. Why did they give a participation trophy when he's still in the race and is our best chance for medical freedom, safety, and peace? MAGA Tears. I am predicting a Trump ticket with Vivek and it will shock the world. MAGA Tears. Do the algorithm think I don't like to laugh? Is that why this Mr. Clean is in my feed with the no jokes? MAGA Tears. After all those covert airport rowdy hotel sleepovers with Lauren Boebert, must be pretty tough to return home and face ID for another date night at PetSmart. I know she likes to claim, I'm not the pipe bomber. I guess he thought he was wearing a flag or something patriotic, but his mom only dressed him in the black V-neck and the fleece before stuffing him in the minivan. But if I see a morsel of her saggy pink naked mole rat skin that looks like a seaside caveman wrapped Mitch McConnell's pouch around her. Soft and slimy towel. I felt like a vampire, with the blinds open and not the hot, sparkly type that give me the feelings. I thought the maid trying to get into Mike Lindell's room was awkward, but Bruce in the Roadhouse tank top strolling in is just... I can't. It's ridiculous. Soft and slimy towels are what the housekeeping finds in Lindell's room. Thanks for watching. Please stick around and check out another one of my videos. Say hello in the comments. Find my stand-up on Spotify, streamed by millions, and add me on Facebook and Instagram. It all helps. Be cool, be kind, take care.